A chronological Bible in 365 episodes. This is episode 153, continuing at Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise.
The wrath of a king is like the roaring of a lion. Whoever provokes him to anger sins against his own life.
It is honorable for a man to stop striving, since any fool can start a quarrel.
The lazy man will not plow because of winter. He will beg during the harvest and have nothing.
Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out.
Most men will proclaim each his goodness, but who can find a faithful man?
The righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him.
A king who sits on the throne of judgment scatters all evil with his eyes.
Who can say, I have made my heart clean. I am pure from my sin.
Diverse weights and diverse measures, they are both alike, an abomination to the Lord.
Even a child is known by his deeds, whether what he does is pure and right.
The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both.
Do not love sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will be satisfied with bread.
It is good for nothing, cries the buyer, but when he's gone his way, then he boasts.
There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel.
Take the garment of one who is surety for a stranger, and hold it as a pledge when it is for a seductress.
Bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth will be filled with gravel.
Plans are established by counsel. By wise counsel wage war.
He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore do not associate with one who flatters with his lips.
Whoever curses his father or his mother, his lamp will be put out in deep darkness.
An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed at the end.
Do not say, I will recompense evil. Wait for the Lord, and he'll save you.
Diverse weights are an abomination to the Lord, and dishonest scales are not good.
A man's steps are of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way?
It is a snare for a man to devote rashly something as holy, and afterward to reconsider his vows.
A wise king sifts out the wicked, and brings the threshing wheel over them.
The spirit of a man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all the inner depths of his heart.
Mercy and truth preserve the king, and by loving kindness he upholds his throne.
The glory of young men is their strength, and the splendor of old men is their gray head.
Blows that hurt cleanse away evil, as do stripes the inner depths of the heart.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of water, he turns it wherever he wishes.
Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts.
To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice.
A haughty look, a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked are sin.
The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty.
Getting treasures by a lying tongue is the fleeting fantasy of those who seek death.
The violence of the wicked will destroy them, because they refuse to do justice.
The way of a guilty man is perverse, but as for the pure, his works is right.
Better to dwell in a corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a contentious woman.
The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no favor in his eyes.
When the scoffer is punished, the simple is made wise. But when the wise is instructed, he receives knowledge.
The righteous God wisely considers the house of the wicked, overthrowing the wicked for their wickedness.
Whoever shuts his ears to the cry of the poor will also cry himself and not be heard.
A gift in secret pacifies anger, and a bribe behind the back strong wrath.
It is a joy for the just to do justice, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity.
A man who wanders from the way of understanding will rest in the assembly of the dead.
He who loves pleasure will be a poor man, He who loves wine and oil will not be rich.
The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the unfaithful for the upright.
Better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
There is desirable treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man squanders it.
He who follows righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor.
A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the trusted stronghold.
Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles.
A proud and haughty man, scoffer is his name, he acts with arrogant pride.
The desire of the lazy man kills him, for his hands refuse to labor.
He covets greedily all day long, but the righteous gives and does not spare.
The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with wicked intent?
A false witness shall perish, but the man who hears him will speak endlessly.
A wicked man hardens his face, but as for the upright, he establishes his way.
There is no wisdom or understanding or counsel against the Lord.
The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but deliverance is of the Lord.
A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold.
The rich and the poor have this in common: the Lord is the maker of them all.
A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life.
Thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. He who guards his soul will be far from them.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the servant to the lender.
He who sows iniquity will reap sorrow, and the rod of his anger will fail.
He who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor.
Cast out the scoffer, and contention will leave. Yes, strife and reproach will cease.
He who loves purity of heart and has grace on his lips, the king will be his friend.
The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the faithless.
The lazy man says, "There is a lion outside. I shall be slain in the streets."
The mouth of an immoral woman is a deep pit. He who is abhorred by the Lord will fall there.
Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of correction will drive it far from him.
He who oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he who gives to the rich will surely come to poverty.